brave and courageous members of the South African National Defence Force, and our loyal and patriotic South African society, I come to you as a commander of the Armed Forces of South Africa to thank you for always standing by your defence force at all times, even in moments of calamity. We in the South African National Defence Force come from the people and serve for the people. As such, we will march together with our people in the defence of our beloved South Africa, our motherland. It is with a heavy heart that I stand before you today to address the tragic loss of our brave South African National Defence Force soldiers who lost their lives in the DRC. These soldiers were part of Southern African Development Community Mission in the DRC, SAMI DRC, and the United Nations Organization Stabilization Mission in the DRC, MONUSCO. Both MONUSCO and SAMI DRC share a common mandate to support regional and international efforts in achieving lasting peace and security in the DRC. SAMI DRC and FIB, which is a component of MONUSCO, were both deployed with the mandate, among others, to support the Democratic Republic of Congo in neutralizing negative forces and armed groups in the eastern DRC in order to restore and maintain peace and security and create a secure environment. They were also to provide support to the efforts of the government of the DRC in creating a conducive environment for humanitarian assistance and providing humanitarian relief to the population affected by the military and paramilitary activities in the eastern DRC, including internally displaced persons. Protect critical infrastructure in the eastern DRC and protect civilians and their properties under imminent threat of attack. The circumstances leading to this tragic event are complex and multifaceted. SAMI DRC, comprising soldiers from Malawi, South Africa, and Tanzania, was deployed in December 2023 to the eastern part of the DRC. Their main operating base was established in Sake, near the city of Goma, an area plagued by violence and instability for many years. The primary threat in this area comes from the rebel group that is alleged to be armed, supported, trained and accompanied by the Rwandan Defense Force. SAMI DRC conducted its mandated tasks and, in the process, faced intermittent bombardment from M23 throughout the year 2024. In response, our forces executed counter-bombardments. On the fateful day of 23rd January 2025, the M23 rebels launched a full-scale attack on our troops in an attempt to take control of Sake, aiming to gain access to Goma, the provincial capital of eastern DRC. Fierce fighting ensued, and our soldiers displayed extraordinary bravery and determination. They successfully halted the M23 advancement and pushed them back, preventing the rebels from achieving their objective. However, this decisive pushback at Sake came at a great cost, resulting in the loss of 13 of our gallant fighters. Regrettably, on Monday, the 27th January 2025, several long-range mortar bombs were launched towards Goma Airport, with some landing in the South African National Defence Force base, leading to the loss of 3 additional South African National Defence Force soldiers. The families of the fallen heroes have already been notified, and plans are underway to repatriate the remains of our gallant soldiers back home to South Africa. Meanwhile, M23 reported suffering heavy personnel losses and subsequently requested SAMI DRC to hold fire so they could recover the bodies of their fallen members around Sake. We consented to this request. However, SAMI DRC set conditions, including a demand for the safe passage of injured soldiers to Goma for medical treatment. The South African National Defence Force, as part of SAMI DRC, remains steadfast in supporting all peace-building efforts aimed at addressing the escalating violence, finding peaceful resolution to the conflict, and averting a humanitarian crisis. At this painful moment, we lower our banners in honor of our fallen heroes and the ultimate sacrifice they have made. Their bravery in the face of danger has protected countless lives and upheld the values of peace and security that we strive to achieve. May their souls rest in peace, and may their families find comfort and strength during this difficult time. I thank you.
For the last 2 days, on Monday and today this morning, I spoke with the President of South Africa, who sought me out to speak with me on this matter because of their involvement in Eastern Congo. And he's also there pretending to be playing a peacemaker role, and he has a force that has been fighting alongside FDLR and has been fighting the M23 on the instructions of Tshisekedi, because these are people who are not supposed to be in Congo, that these are from Rwanda, or the M23 are not Rwandans, please. These are Congolese, and one time he accepts it, then another time he says, no, part of it is yes, and then the other part is from Rwanda, and these are He keeps on going. And how do we, leaders of our own countries, accept this to go on forever and just accept that we shall be manipulated by Tshisekedi or whoever is supporting him? And South Africa dares even issue threats about what is likely to happen after that, and so on and so forth. Of course, we will see what threats they are talking about. Maybe they should have done that exactly for which they have been issuing threats. They should have done it to clean up the mess in Eastern Congo, or to fight back those who have been trying to clean up the mess. So then you have the whole international community just confused. They talked about Rwanda, they talked about the Nairobi process. Honestly, even here, maybe you will help me understand what all this means. The processes became an end in themselves. And the people leading these processes became more important than the results of the processes. The Nairobi process became a Uhuru process. Then the Rwanda process, it's like you can't say anything that will displease President Lorenzo. Definitely, this does not help deal with such a serious matters as we are faced with today. That in the end, just because they can't be addressed, we have such a situation that, like we have now. And if anybody, and above all, I don't understand how Tshisekedi keeps thinking that he will resolve the problems to do with rights of people militarily. Kill them, shoot them, bring in forces that are ready to help, like especially Burundi. Well, I don't know whether that has been helpful for the last few days or weeks. They have been doing that. So I want us to, Chairman, Your Excellencies, I want us, whatever we are saying and whatever we intend to do, we capture the context rightly and then proceed based on that, and maybe we can get somewhere. But otherwise, if we keep saying good things, saying that, and to each other, being nice, and then each one fulfilling their own interests other than others' interests, the common interests we have as East Africans, then I don't see how we are going to contribute effectively to finding a solution. But really, to have even had East African community expelled from Eastern Congo and everybody complied and then there was quiet, it's as if it was normal or that is okay. Everything dictated by the country or the person we are trying to help. I didn't understand that. And that's where we are now. That's how we are here, where we are. So let me maybe for now stop here. I would really want to hear advice of others, but I think it's not just a plaything. It's not, it's a serious matter, evidently, because it consumes people's lives. And the other day, 2-3 days ago, we lost people. There was a lot of sharing from Eastern Congo, from Goma, and killed a dozen people and injured hundreds. We will definitely take care of that. There's no question about it. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.